Welcome to Tech Droid. You're watching Tech Droid. Don't forget to click the subscribe button to get the latest news. So let's start. The two flagship strategy is new for the company. They've launched the OnePlus 7 and 7 Pro at the same time. We think they're evolving from the upstart that sold top spec devices at low prices to a mighty challenger that's likely to woo customers from the Apple, Samsung and Google camps. Our review is based on the 7 Pro. It's a very attractive phone too. The curved screen and back sit well in the hands. It's heavier but feels sturdy. Sure, it has the pop-up front camera and we have seen this before on phones from Oppo and Vivo. But the bezels are just so tiny on this phone. Even the chin below the display has been shrunk down, giving you a massive expanse of screen. And what a screen it is! The screen has to be the biggest talking point here. OnePlus calls it Fluid AMOLED and it is the best display we have seen on a smartphone. Its high resolution has support for HDR10+ and covers the DCI P3 color gamut. But it's the 90Hz refresh rate that has to be seen to be believed. We also think Oxygen OS is the smoothest, fastest, most initiative and best implementation of Android. There are four main things that contribute to the blazing fast speed. The latest Snapdragon 855 processor, UFS 3.0 rated, internal storage, the 90Hz display and the Oxygen OS enhancement. Apart from being heavily optimized for speed and customization, Oxygen now includes several extras like Zen mode and a customizable game mode. Some Indian specific features like work life. We tested the top end version with 12GB DDR4X RAM. A common refrain is, what the heck is any phone going to do with 12GB RAM? Phones with 4GB RAM performs just fine too. But with the extra RAM you have, this phone does something called RAM boost. It uses free RAM to launch app. So the more free RAM you have, the faster it will launch and switch between heavy games and apps. Since this is the first Snapdragon 855 phone in India, the first phone globally with UFS 3.0 storage and the first 2K 90Hz screen in India, specs nerds have a lot to cheer about. Performance is excellent and the numbers are off the chart. It also has liquid cooling to keep performance stable during longer gaming sessions. This makes it one of the best smartphones for gaming too. The camera is currently the weak link. We say currently because it seems like a work in progress at this point. There have been 2 camera updates in our time with the phone and more are likely soon. Not that it's a bad camera, just a bit short of expectation. It does well with HDR, macro photography, wide angle and night shots. But the overall sharpness and noise level of photos captured with a primary 48MP camera falls short when comparing it with phones like Google Pixel 3a, which is a best camera phone. No complaints with video because it can shoot stable HDR videos with OIS plus EIS at 4K resolution. The front camera is excellent too and it also records 1080 pixels video. We were expecting amazing battery life too, but the 2K 90Hz display is a big power drain. You can expect about 5.5 to 6 hours of screen on time, which is lower than expected from a 4000 mAh battery. You could switch to 60Hz and a lower resolution, but what's the point of that? Thankfully, you have one of the fastest charging phones on the planet with the 30W watt charger. This also sell a 12 volt 30W watt charger for the car. Plus we should mention that there is no IP certification. That being said, this has all the internal plus external water seals that other phones with IP rating have. Overall, there's a lot to like. If you want a device for performance, best interference, gaming, display quality and content consumption, the OnePlus 7 Pro is an easy recommendation. If they could tack on the camera of the Pixel 3 and the battery life of Huawei P30 Pro, this would be the perfect Android phone by a long shot.